Alright guys, and over there is the outline of Otay Mountain, and we're going to be making it to the very top. So here's me arriving into the Pico campground entrance. It seemed like the gate was closed, so I decided to take the 94 and enter through Maroon Valley. The road leading up to the trail is washboarded, so make sure to use this as an opportunity to familiarize yourself with the main obstacles of this terrain. To reduce the effects of washboarding, make sure to slow down, use four-wheel drive, and air down your tires. Make sure to be smooth with your turning and handling, and make sure not to make any sharp or quick turns. A couple of other things to note, and the most important for safety, is trail etiquette. If the trail is narrow and two vehicles come face to face, trail etiquette is whoever can back up to a wider spot on the trail with the least amount of risk will do so, then allow the other vehicle to pass them. Here we see a fellow taco back up to allow me to pass. Now it's our turn for this ravine. Make sure to share the road with motorcycles and ATVs. Also, heads up guys, I currently only have one camera that I have to reattach to different areas to film. I plan to switch it up a bit in the future, once I obtain more gear, like another camera and probably a drone. In the meantime, I'll try to make it as cinematic as I can for you guys. Coming up from Maroon Valley entrance, there will be a split in the trail. To stay on the trail, continue left. The trail on the right becomes a moderate trail known as Donahoe Loop Mokogo Ranch Trail. You can't really see it from the East Lake or Otay Lakeside of the mountain, but there's a lot of green on this mountain. It's a side that you don't realize is there unless you go out and explore. Another thing to note, Otay Mountain Truck Trail is extremely close to the border, so border patrol will be very common on this trail. Once you clear the initial ascent, you'll enter the next section of the trail, which is my favorite, specifically for the greenery and the views on the way up. There also isn't that many wide sections to allow people to pass, so go slower on this section, and view ahead for any dust clouds to check if there's oncoming traffic. It's absolutely gorgeous out here, and it's definitely a getaway in the backyard of the busy city life of San Diego. So here, we are arriving to an SOS point on the mountain. In case of any emergency, come here. They will have one of these here on the road leading up from Maroon Valley, as well as one on the side of Otay. The Pico campground side does not have one, so you'll have to walk all the way down to the campground to get any help. So on the Otay Mountain Truck Trail, they have these set up where if you need help, you can push the red button and, you know, it'll send some help. So there's the truck right now. Beautiful, beautiful 2024 TRD off-road. Super dusty right now. Very dusty trail. But man, oh man, super dusty. Here we have more of the nice green mountains that you don't really see from back down at like Otay Lakes Road. All you just see is just like purple, brown. But this is beautiful. Here, guys, is the very back of Otay Lakes Mountain, or Otay Mountain. Man, it is so nice out here. It's not even that hot. I'd say it's like 70, 73 degrees, 77, around there. But absolutely beautiful out here. So guys, I'm gonna take a quick break, charge the GoPro, walk around, see if I can find any trash, pick that up, because you know we don't want these trails to get closed down to us, guys. So I think I saw over here there was yeah, Coors Light, I think. Some more trash. Yeah, guys. Let's try to, you know, let's make sure that these lands stay open to us. We don't want them closed down, and this is exactly how they get closed down. So if you guys are out on the trails, see trash, just pick it up. You know, even if you didn't put it there, just pick it up, guys. So watch out, make sure to watch out for rattlesnakes, guys. Well, they will blend in and they will get you. So after my small break, we're headed off to Doghouse Junction. This connects all the trails leading up together. Up here, there are a couple of cool radio towers you can visit, as well as see all of Chula Vista, East Lake, and on clear days, all the way out to the ocean. It's really beautiful for sunset on those days. Some more trash right here. Right into back. But yeah, guys, over there is Mexico, and there's a lot of either dust, fog, or smog. But yeah, I mean, just the depth of the mountains just looks really good. So we're gonna go over there, guys, take it all the way up, and up there is a World War II bunker. And over here is Otay Lakes, East Lake, Chula Vista. You know, you can see like the clouds or the fog all the way over there. But man, radio towers up here. This whole group go all the way up there. But yeah, guys, it's just a beautiful day out. Do some off-roading, some traveling, adventuring. Just get out there. All right, guys. I mean, this is a lot of trash. You know, up here at the very top of the mountain, just all around the sides. I even found a fucking pair of pants. So, oh man, look at that. That is fucking awesome. But yeah, we're gonna get back in the truck and then try to go see the World War II bunker, guys. When I turned the vehicle around, I couldn't help myself but to get some quick pictures of the truck while I was up there. Honestly, this view has to be my favorite of the day. The morning mist with a backdrop of majestic mountains is a hard one to beat. I hope to be able to see more in the future. And I hear Idlewild is pretty cool. Here's me getting some quick videos for Instagram. Oh yeah, I have one. So if you want to help support the channel a little more, come give me a follow at HazyTRD. Here we're entering an area affected by the border fire that happened back in January of this year. I was at the doctor's office when it happened, but I took this video of it from back then. Oh, there's another fire. We'll be able to see more of the impact when we come back up this way. Unfortunately, my GoPro died after this, and I had to let it charge to full. But I'll give the rundown of what happened. I continued going down the Otay side of the mountain and eventually was able to ask someone of authority if the gate at the very bottom was open. They told me I couldn't exit through there and my only options were to go back down to the 94 or hope that the Pico campground gate was now open. Also on the trail, I passed by a Prius to my bewilderment. Not sure if they were lost, but I can only imagine how it felt to be in one on the washboarded roads. When I got back to Doghouse Junction, I spoke to an older gentleman named Bruce. Very nice guy, and he was actually up there because he saw some YouTube videos about it and wanted to take on the challenge with his Lincoln Navigator. He also told me that the Pico campground gate was open, and because I personally did not want to have to wait through the Border Patrol checkpoint, I decided to go down and hope that it was still open for me. The views going down to Pico Campground is spectacular as well, and a nice conclusion to our adventure today. This tree is a perfect place for a mini photo shoot. Thank you guys for making it this far into the video. It may be small, but it means the world to me. If you enjoyed this trail ride along and want to see more, be sure to like the video, comment what part of the trail would you like to see with your own eyes, and if you haven't already, subscribe. My goal for this channel is to be able to take you guys with me on adventures and show you a side of SoCal you don't get to see often, and eventually parts of the country. Thank you for tagging along, and have a great day.